Introducing Passport Bros, your ultimate travel companion. Download the app for free and embark on a journey where your adventures not only become unforgettable memories, but also opportunities to earn. With Passport Bros, your travel content is more than just photos and videos. It's your ticket to a fully monetizable network of like-minded adventurers. Imagine making money from your travel stories. Post videos, share your experiences, and let the world be a part of your journey. But that's not all. Connect with travelers from around the globe, join co-ed groups, and make lasting friendships, perhaps even with foreign women who share your passion for exploration. And here's the best part. Store your earnings securely in your Passport Bros wallet. No hassle, no worries. Just seamless transactions wherever your travels take you. Looking for the best local experiences? Passport Bros has got you covered. Get personalized recommendations for tour guides, rentals, and the hottest clubs in town. Did we mention the app is absolutely free to download? That's right. Your passport to a world of adventure is just a click away. And here's the cherry on top. With Passport Bros, you can make money while exploring new places. Turn your passion for travel into a source of income, right from your mobile device. So what are you waiting for? Download Passport Bros now, share your journey, connect with fellow explorers, and let the adventure begin.
Download now on the App Store and Google Play.
I don't care what it is. Yo, yo, I didn't mean to. I pay money. I pay money. I pay money. I pay money. I give money. I take off. Look. Wait. Yeah, chill. Yeah, I give money. I didn't mean to.
No. You don't need the money. You don't do like this.
Yeah, I didn't mean to destroy property.
We don't do that.
I know. I'm sorry.
We don't need money. You don't do like this in here.
I'm sorry.
Well, there you have it, family. We are live. Welcome back to another show. I got my man Flight Madness in the building, and we gotta talk about this Flight Madness. What's going on with your people, man?
My people. Man, like I saw the video because I was just watching it again. I was looking at the people commenting. They were telling that guy to like fight a Thai person. Like they're telling him stupid stuff to do. So I guess like to get money. I was looking up like they donated like $173 right before the fight thing. So there's no telling what he was doing before that. So maybe he was already doing some stupid stuff before then, and he was getting money from that. But it's basically, it seems like this guy here, he's like associated with Johnny Somali. So for you guys who don't know, Johnny Somali, he was in the news a few months ago because he was doing stupid stuff like this in Japan, where he was being really disrespectful to locals. He's like, he's a live streamer, right? So they're trying to get stuff on camera, trying to like, flex for the internet and get their follower count up that way. And basically it seems like this guy is apparently his cameraman. And he's doing the thing in Thailand. So Johnny Somali, he got kicked out of Japan. He was in jail, then he got kicked out. He got deported from Japan. And it looks like this guy is trying really hard to get deported from Thailand.
And don't worry, family. We're going to play the video over again for guys who just not coming in the room. I want to give a shout out to everybody in the chat. I got my man Austin Holloman in the building. What up, Austin? I see you tuned in. We got Morning Drive and Coffee also in the building. And I got my man Bird. Chat. Now they're saying that he was in Bangkok. Now, guys, anybody that's been to Thailand know that the Thai people are very laid back, very welcoming of tourists. A lot of people speak English, so they understand what you're saying. And like my man Danny said before, this guy was live streaming. He was live streaming, and these live streamers, man, they are trying to engage the audience. A lot of stuff is going to live streaming as far as content creation. And they're telling him to get in a fight with somebody, do stupid things and everything. And keep in mind, this guy is Somali, right, Danny? He's from Somalia or something.
I mean, I think they look at him as black. Like his accent, like I don't, based off what I heard, like he could pass for Black American. Maybe he's like a first, like what do you call it, second generation
Generational. Yeah,
immigrant.
he looks like a Black American. He doesn't look like a Somali or Ethiopian. Or nothing. He look like a dude from Atlanta or something. I want to give a shout out to my man Jimmy Jam TRD. He's also a member. Really appreciate that, Jimmy Jam. And you know what the crazy part is, and we both been to Thailand. We know that, man, it could have got really bad for him real fast. Real fast. Because when you have a society that's kind of based on peace and tranquility and all that and laid back, when they go in, they go in. They go in hard and heavy. He was about to get beat up by like 10, 15 Thai people. And let me tell you something. A lot of people know Muay Thai. Like they know Muay Thai like we know basketball. So he's going to get a whole bunch of jump kicks to the face. Real talk. And I know he like I don't know what he thought he was gonna do when he came by. Let's look at the video again. Hold on, let's look at this video again, bro. This is crazy.
I don't care what it is.
So here he is. He's in Bangkok, live streaming on Kick. This is the little Johnny Somali dude's former cameraman.
I wanna fucking get your ass alive, motherfucker. Fuck you. Hey.
Yo.
Yeah, man. Why would he do that to some random person? Like he like really angry at some like random person, like like that just seems like, man. And I saw a comment from someone, they talking about like how guys like this who are live streaming and doing stupid stuff, they're gonna mess it up for other people, maybe like us YouTubers or other people who want to film in Thailand. Because you already know, like I saw they want to like pass some kind of law where they might tax people who are like coming over to Thailand making money. So that could include people who are like YouTubers and things like that. So people like this are really not helping our image, and they're not helping the people who want to like make content in Thailand either. They're kind of messing up the game on all levels. Oh, is Aaron still there? Looks like Aaron, Aaron at the Dominican. Okay, you're back. Okay, I thought you. Anyway, yeah. I basically said like they're messing up the game on all levels because like they might end up like making it so at Thailand they have special rules around people filming, or like if you're caught filming, they might tax you or something. Like they wanted to pass a tax that like will for people who are making money in Thailand, and that could include YouTubers. You might have to pay some kind of special tax if you want to like film in Thailand. Basically, this messes up on all levels. It's not good.
Right.
Not good.
Right. They actually already have a law about filming people in Thailand. People can request for the video to be taken down if they are on the video, and they'll definitely let you know that you can actually get arrested for kind of live streaming. So that in itself can be looked at as illegal, putting people on camera that don't want to be on camera. But as you can see, they're on them. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now, guarantee the girl know Muay Thai too. That's 6 people that was on his ass right away.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They're coming after him too. So basically, he does this to get the audience ramped up.
I didn't mean to. I pay money. I pay money. I pay.
So I think I saw somebody had a butcher knife. Did I see some guy with a butcher knife or something? Like,
hold on. Let me see. Let me go back. You talking about right there?
He got something in his hand. I don't know what was he cooking?
They're gonna hit you with everything. Bro.
I pay money.
And I guarantee the Thai police, when the Thai police do, because I've seen it, they'll walk over. They're not gonna run over there to save you. They're gonna do their job. They're gonna get you, but they're gonna walk over. They're gonna let them people get in real quick.
I pay money. I pay money. I pay money. I give money.
Look, old boy standing there say he gonna jump people so bad.
Yeah. I take off. Look. Wait. Yeah, chill. Yeah, I give money. I didn't mean to.
No. You don't need the money.
Somebody saying attack a Thai person, they can't fight. Shit, me.
You don't do like this.
Yeah, I didn't mean to destroy property.
We don't do like.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm
We
sorry.
don't need to money. You don't do like this in here.
I'm sorry.
They're being very calm about it too, bro. They're being very calm about it. See, those guys were he got lucky. He got lucky, bro. Like, they were pretty cool and calm about it. They were gonna whoop his ass, but they kind of said, okay, you know, they was like, yo, we don't even want your money. Just don't do shit like that. They kind of was giving him a warning to stop doing shit like that. But he gonna get his ass whooped, if not killed and arrested.
Yeah, and you even see people commenting like, "Hey, you're an embarrassment to black people." Like, it's pretty obvious. Like, the people, I don't know, like, what these guys say. Like, they say like, "Hey, I'm gonna hold a live stream and I'm gonna do something crazy in Thailand. Y'all come tune in." And I guess that's what they do. They got people boosting them up. And I don't, like, you see at the top, I don't know what it's saying, like, do no goal or whatever. So I guess he's trying to get money to like fly to the Philippines to do some more stupid stuff. So it looks like Philippines is next on the list. And that's probably even a more dangerous place because they got guns there. I don't even know. I didn't feel like it was dangerous in the Philippines, but it's basically, I don't imagine that going well for him, that kind of behavior in the Philippines. But yeah, these guys are really messing up our image pretty badly because, like, he looks Black American. Like, he clearly looks Black American, I think. So, yeah, it's not a good look.
Facts. Daryl says they're not checking his passport. They just see he's Black, and they reflect on us regardless. Unfortunately, that's true. Unfortunately, that's true.
Yeah.
Dollar Will in the building. I ain't heard from you in a minute. Dollar Will, what up? He says he's an embarrassment to Black people. He sounds Black American to me.
Yeah. Thankfully, he wasn't wearing a Passport Bros t-shirt. If he was wearing a Passport Bros t-shirt, that would have been real bad for us.
You know, the thing about Passport Bros, bro, like, we don't be on no shit like this, though. Because, like I said, it's an ideology. It's a mindset. We go over there to help the people. We don't go over there to try to do no dumb shit like this.
Yeah. I see people saying, like, yeah, like, basically a lot of people in the comment section, like, I'm looking at our chat now, they agree with what we're saying. We kind of need, I don't know, like, I feel like these guys here, like, these kind of Johnny Somali type people, they're outside of the web of, like, Passport Bros. So they don't care about our image. Like, they don't care about this idea of, like, going overseas and, like, trying to, like, create a better life for yourself, or, like, you know, what are we trying to do? Like, we're trying to build overseas. We're trying to improve just our general image. These guys don't care about that. They're kind of outside of our web of influence. They're just outsiders who want to get famous on the internet. And, you know, after they get deported from every country, I guess they'll go back to America and then do this stuff in the safety of America. Like, they'll just get arrested in America or something. So, yeah, these guys are kind of rogue agents. They're like, you know, I can't influence these people. I don't know who they are.
Right. And you know, the messed up part about it is somebody would definitely try to tag it as a Passport Bro or some shit because it's so popular. The term is so popular. That's why I always try to attack these issues right away. Be like, yo, this is not a Passport Bro. This is just some random idiot going through destroying bullshit, doing dumb shit in a foreign country.
Yeah. Yep, too bad.
Man, John, the coach, really appreciate that. He's also a member and he's on the app. He says, I don't understand why dudes refuse to leave that goofy mentality in the States. This is the worst type of representation. And you're absolutely right. You are absolutely right, man. If you look at some of the comments in these Thai groups and you know, Facebook groups, and you see what the Thai people say, unfortunately, some of them will attach this to Black Americans, unfortunately. When we had the incident with the little stud chick, the first thing was said by one of the top people was like, yeah, we see why y'all having problems in America, stuff like this, you know, and that's just one Thai person, and all of them don't think that way, but it's unfortunate when you have incidents like this. It's a bad look.
Yeah, and it's mostly Black people who get famous in the media for this kind of stuff. Like, I don't see many, like, other races of, like, YouTubers or anything who, like, get caught in them. Maybe it's because I'm just in this web, or, like, I'm in the Passport Bros web and it's mostly Black men. We share these kind of videos and stuff, but I really don't see, like, maybe, like, there's a YouTuber, like the big one, Kurt Kaz. He was controversial in some countries. He's done some kind of stuff that maybe didn't reflect very well. But the fact is, like, white people have the advantage of white people have a lot more positive associations with them. So like even if a white person does something really stupid, overall the image of like white men is very high across the world for the majority of people. Black men do not have that luxury. So we have to be a lot more careful how we represent ourselves because it will reflect negatively on us significantly compared to white men. Compared to white men.
Yeah, the crazy part is for like years, we didn't control our own representation throughout the media. Now that's kind of changing with everybody having their own representation, their YouTube channels. People can see us in a different light besides what somebody broadcast about us. And the good thing is we are traveling more, so the representation is getting better because now they're meeting Black Americans and stuff like that, or they're seeing Black American channels and social media, different social media profiles and all that good stuff. That's the good thing. But you are absolutely right. Even though a lot of jankiness that comes through all ethnicities in Southeast Asia, like you see, the rest, everybody does dusty shit. There is no obsolete group of people around this planet that don't do dusty shit. The problem with us is our dusty motherfuckers get promoted throughout the world, whether it be through hip hop, reality shows, movie and media. All our dustiness is just broadcast around the planet. You know what I'm saying? That's unfortunate. Which can be a good thing or a bad thing because you can see, like, we have this hip hop is so strong now that you have different cultures pretty much mimicking us, even in Japan, the rappers in Japan, like, and so it's a good thing and a bad thing to a certain degree. Like, it's cool to be Black in Asia because they do associate you with the popularity of sports and hip hop, right? It's like, but then again, it's just like you don't want shit like this to be get out of it, and that dudes like this to be the narrative for Black people.
Yeah, and it seems like this stuff generally happens less in Asia compared to like South America, like because the plane ride is just so long that there's not many. First of all, not many Black American men are willing to travel all the way over to Asia. They're missing out on like all the goodness that we got over here, and basically,
let them miss out, man. Let them miss out.
Yeah, they are missing out. Yeah, more for me. I'm just gonna say, like, in my experience in China, hip hop is very strong. Like a lot of people here in my city, they love hip hop. We got a lot of Chinese hip hop clubs there. Like I walk into the club, I'm like the only Black guy there, especially the only Black American
destroyed
guy
hair
that I speak
salon.
Chinese. A lot of people think I'm cool, so they're interested in me. So like, we do have positive associations over here. There are lots of beautiful women who grew up watching like hip hop and they are interested in Black men. So that does play to our advantage. And so we do have some positive association, but we still have a ways to go.
Right. And this right here happened earlier this week. Shout out to my man Andrew of the Andrew Show. We did a video about this earlier this week. Okay. So just for reference, a lot of guys might have seen this video. This is a woman that was homeless in Thailand. She went homeless in Thailand, and they basically, she said that they locked her. It's two sides to every story. She's saying they locked her quote unquote girlfriend inside, and this is the reason that she busted the window. They're saying something different. So this is another incident.
The W destroyed hair salon after she was told to pay rent or leave by the owner of building here in Thailand.
I call fucking police.
That's a transformer, by the way, fellas, in the striped shirt. Just let y'all know.
Police, you don't fucking run away. I record every fucking thing.
ถ่ายวิดีโอแล้วเดินเข้าไปค่อยๆถ่ายแล้วเดินเข้าไปข้างในเสร็จแล้วก็เก็บไว้ก่อนแล้วทีนี้ก็ย้อนเดินถ่ายมาดู
Is she in Thai jail now or she got deported? I heard she got deported.
They probably put her in jail and then deported her.
Somebody said, am I going to give her some money to pay for the damages? Man, what is going on out there in Thailand, Danny? What's going on, man? We got crazy streamers, LGBT girls acting up. What's going on out there?
I see a comment from someone, Justin Holmes.
มีหลักฐานข้างในกล้องวงจรปิดก็มี
Say it one more time, bro.
So a comment from Justin Holmes, he says, Asians in Asia cannot tell the difference between Africans and African Americans. Yes, they can. In Pattaya especially, because Pattaya has a large amount of Black American men who go there. If you talk to the women there, they can clearly know that you're Black American because, first of all, probably not many African guys go there to have fun the way we do. So, yeah, they can tell the difference, guys. And there are clear physical differences.
Well, the first thing they ask you, that's the very first thing they're going to ask you right away, is basically where you from. They want to know they want to know if you're African or not. Or if you American or Black European or something like that, if that term even exists, they want to see where you're from. And it's interesting because out there, it is about nationality. Now, they definitely recognize that you're being, a Black person, a melanated person. But even there, like even in America, we look at all Asians as Chinese, basically, for the most part. All we know is Chinese and Japanese. 90% of us don't even know the differences. Now that I live in Asia, I can almost tell, because the swag is a little different and some of the sizes and the facial structures is a little different too, right? And even the complexions, like I can look at a Cambodian and say, hey, that motherfucker, he's Cambodian. I can tell. He got a complexion to him. I can tell this guy's Japanese. Now I know. But it's somewhat the same with us. It's about nationality, really. So, like for you, though, you're a light-skinned brother. They're going to pretty much associate you with being Black American off rip. Me, they might ask. They might say, hey, where you from? And I'm like American. Like, oh, okay, because it's a different representation. Your country is a brand. It's a brand, basically. And they want to know if you Nike or Reebok, basically. Like what type of brand, what type of person are you? What type of country did you come from? What type of culture are you? Like I said before, we come from basically the most popular culture in the world, hands down. Hands down. So not only are we American, we're also coming from the entertainment side of America, which is an industry in itself. So just imagine being involved, not even necessarily involved, but associated with a certain industry, because that's what they're going to associate with you as a Black American. I was playing basketball one day, and some Asian guys walked by. I think they were Japanese, and they want to take a picture with me, right? Because they must have thought I was a famous basketball player. And at first, things like this used to happen to me. I used to be like, man, they're like, oh, Michael Jordan or something like that. I'd be like, nah, bro, you bugging. But then after a while, I was just like, you know what? If it makes their day, hey, let's take a picture, bro. Whatever. So, it's interesting, man. I love Asia, bro. It's cool.
Yeah. And here's the thing, guys, about African people. I feel like they don't really. So as Black Americans, we have this thing where I know that I kind of represent my race. So I'm kind of trying to be on pretty decent behavior when I go out in public. But for Africans, like Africa is like a whole continent. So I don't think that they have the same kind of, what do you think? Like they don't have that same kind of mindset of my behavior is representing Africa. I don't think they have that same kind of fear like we do, like of misrepresenting our people or negatively representing us in a negative light. So that's another thing to keep in mind. So we got to protect our brand and make sure that we're on point wherever we go, because we do represent Black Americans. Like we represent us, so we need to make sure we represent ourselves positively.
Yeah, the country of America, as far as the citizens, whether you be Black or white, it represents success, basically. At the end of the day, you can say whatever, but Americans represent success. So they're going to associate you with having funds, having money. And that's not a bad association to be with. They don't necessarily associate, and don't get me wrong, we all know they got hella rich Nigerians and hella rich Africans. We get it. But that's not what that brand represents. You see what I'm saying? So, for instance, if you in a bar or something or wherever you are, and typically an Asian woman is going to choose which Black guy she's going to go with, what do you think, Danny?
So So, like, you mean if they're trying to choose between like an African guy and a Black American guy?
Right.
Assuming that the African guy isn't really, really good looking, assuming they're both like equal like appearance, Black American has way more positive associations with it, and that's the advantage that white guys have. Like that's the main advantage they have. Like a white guy, he might look like the guy in the movie that a girl watched. Like he looks like kind of like a movie star or something. So they have that kind of positive association, and a girl's like, hey, he looks like that guy in the movie. So for Black men, we don't have as many as white guys, and that's why white guys have the advantage in that area. But generally, like, yeah, Black Americans, we have the advantage over Africans. So we have more positive associations.
Somebody made a really good comment. I'm gonna catch this comment in a second. Original man with $2 super chat, man. I really appreciate that. He said, did she get arrested and deported? I believe she got deported. I believe it. Last time I checked, I believe she got deported out the country, but she might still be in jail because I believe the damages they were seeking were like $3,000 USD. I don't think she has that. So it's a possibility that she might be arrested or in jail as well. She just did an update not too long ago, and she said something like, oh, things are happening positive. I'm like, what do you say that? They're going to make you pay for them damages regardless. They're going to definitely make you pay for them damages.
Yeah. It's really, honestly, y'all, if you come from America, y'all,
right?
Like, if you come from America, y'all, there's no excuse to not have money, guys. Like, we come from probably the richest country in the world with the most opportunity. There's no excuse to not have money and to be leaving. Like, I know, like, a lot of y'all want to catch flights, and I think that's important to catch flights, but it's like, get your money situation right, because, like, America, the money is everywhere in America. Like, it's like people are going to America. If you can say one thing about America, it's like a good place to make money, if anything. So there's no excuse to be like, she said she was traveling on $5. Like I saw the video. Like she said, I came to Thailand with $5, and she was begging for food. It's like that, you're going to like a country where they don't have barely 20% of the opportunity that you have as an American, and you're going there broke and begging for money. It's like, there's no excuse for that kind of stuff, y'all. Like, we come from a rich country. You need to get your money right.
Facts. I got a comment here by Magnus7864. Do me a favor, guys. Make sure to hit that like button. By the way, we got 271 in the room. Some Africans deal drugs in Thailand, so they are hated by some Thais. They also feel Africans are unclean, underarm odor. So another blanket stereotype of Blacks, Africans, or others. It's definitely some truth to that because they be doing their thing out there. I'm not gonna lie, and it's funny you say about the other. See, I hate speaking on this because we're not talking about all Africans at all. Let me preface that. But I have smelled some of the odors. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm just gonna keep it $1.50. I have smelled some tart brothers over there from Africa. I have smelled that. I ain't gonna lie, and even some of the women.
And actually, Indian people also have that kind of reputation too, man. They have that kind of reputation as a body odor. It's not good.
Who? What people?
Indian people and the people from like Bangladesh.
Oh yeah, that's true. That is true. Yeah. Like I say, your country is your brand, bro. Whether you like to admit, your country is your brand, and I have heard that a lot too, and I've smelled it too. Some cultures don't wear deodorant, bro. Some cultures do not wear deodorant. They don't believe in it. Bro, this Thai chick made a TikTok and straight up said they like American Black men better than African. I mean, they said that on one of my YouTube interviews too. They said that on one of my YouTube interviews as well. Like I say, it's not about so much about the individual as it is more so about the brand of the country that you're from, right? Because you got some super rich Africans out there, brothers out there, super rich Nigerians, super successful, but they're just not associated with that as far as Nigeria as a brand. Or South Africa as a brand. Even India got dudes be having bread. They got all types of clubs and bars. But once again, America is a brand. That brand stands for success and power. That's why we got all this stuff going on. We don't want to bring a World War III because people want to change the dynamics of power that America has had over the last, I would say, almost 100 years since World War II. It gets deep, man. I want to give a shout out to my man, Cool G's Heating and Air with the $9.99 super chat. Man, I really appreciate the super chat, as well as he was the one that sent me this story of Pookie Streaming. So I appreciate that as well. All right, Drew Dunn super chat says the fiance said that she has been detained. Okay, so the girl has been detained. So she's been detained, Danny.
Okay.
I told you that people saying she got deported. I'm like, unless she paid that $3,000, she ain't get deported.
Man, and $3,000, you can live pretty good in Thailand for like at least 3 or 4 months off $3K if you're not like hitting up Soy 6 or Walking Street too much. You can live pretty good off that $3K.
It's just sad to see that when she told her story originally, it was, it ended on a positive note. And I was happy for it. A lot of guys got on me about it, for sending her a little money and all that. But I thought she had things settled, and just to see how this all turned out, the girl didn't want to pay her rent. It's just, it's just a bad look, man. I don't know why. I think she was trying to complain about certain things not working in the apartment, but I'm like, girl, you were homeless, right? You were homeless. And I don't know what she assumed, but not only did they house her, but they also allow her to work, which is not easy to do. They because you can't take Thai jobs from a Thai person. So I don't even know how she was even able to work like that. But I don't even know, and I don't know how she owed that amount. I'm thinking $3,000 is for the damages, but I also think she owed money for the rent as well. So I'm not sure they're gonna pile that on. But it's just a bad look because if she's detained, she might be sitting in jail for a long time, bro. Until somebody in her family can send her money. So yeah, it's unfortunate. But thanks for the super chat, Drew.
Yeah, I think she'll get the money because like 3K isn't that much. I have a cousin who's been to jail a few times. I don't know how it works, but I think you can get like bail bonds or for a few K. She'll get the money from family. But apparently she's been arrested before or something. I saw somebody in the comment section saying that she's been arrested in the U.S. before, so this isn't her first time going to jail. But yeah, anyway, 3K, you can get that in America. No, don't have any sympathy for her because she's traveling broke, being lazy, not working. Well, not working. She should have had the money before she traveled, or had the money set up. There's definitely ways to get money in Thailand, especially as an American who speaks English. I keep talking about English teaching because like English teaching is easy money for Americans. It's like the easiest job you can do, and it puts money in your pocket so you don't have to be broke begging when you're traveling. But yeah.
So cause she been an English teacher? She does qualifications?
So basically here's the thing. So because she's on a travel visa, she would have to like somehow get a work visa if she wanted to like get like a real job attached to her visa. But if she was just there traveling, she could have easily just went to a school and said, hey, I'm here for this number of weeks. If you need any help, I'm available to work as a teacher part-time. And that could have easily put money in her pocket. Like it's so simple. It's so simple.
Wow. And that goes for Thailand as well? Or that's just China?
That's pretty much every country. Like every country, like they have literally hundreds of schools everywhere, like hundreds of schools in each city. So you could easily just stop by. Maybe if you have a resume, that'd be great. Try to like look presentable and say, hey, I'm available if you guys need me. I'll be in the city for like a few weeks or whatever. I'd like to be able to work part-time English teacher here. Let me know if you guys are interested. And if you do that with 10 schools, you're guaranteed to get at least 2 schools, I think. Like that's like 2 jobs you could have and like a little, just stop by a few different schools on one day. I guarantee you like someone's going to bite and you're going to be, that's easy money, part-time money. So,
oh wow, okay, that's some good information, man. We gotta talk more about that during the show, towards the end of the show. I want to give a shout out to my man Pharaoh 79 XXX Pharaoh 79 with the 5 super chats. My guy out there in Thailand, man, really appreciate you, bro. Peace and love from Pattaya, Thailand. Shout out to you, man. Appreciate it. Had a lot of good times with you out there. And I have another super chat here. Somebody said stop pimping for Keisha. Oh, somebody said she was out. Okay. So another super chat by Pharaoh 79. He's out there. He's got boots on the ground in Pattaya, China with a 5 super chat. I really appreciate that. He says, allow her to work without a worker's permit, under the table pay. Okay, well, all right.
Yeah, all right. Under the table. That's how it works. You can do it like a lot of stuff But here's the thing, guys. A lot of these countries, they operate in a gray area. So like it's under the table. So it's like, yeah, it's not like on the books. It's like under the table money. And you know, you can, depending on your risk tolerance, you can do it. But I'm saying it's an option for you. It's better than traveling broke like this girl is, and like, you know, less than $5. You know, I would definitely take the risk if I was in her situation. Definitely get that under the table money.
Okay, shout out to Etini, Brazil, Senor with a Colombian peso for 20 mil. I really appreciate that. This is my first trip to Thailand in 1991 while in the Navy, and Thai lady ran up on me yelling, "Chocolate man, no good." I asked her why. She said, "We don't have money. Now we see bad actors traveling." That's very interesting, man. That might be just her only opinion, because brothers is known for having money in Thailand. Trust me. If anybody got money, it'd be the brothers in Thailand that be having money. They got businesses and everything. I want to give a shout out to my man, Original Man, with $10 super chat, man. I really appreciate that. He says, expat bros and local ties helped her out, and in return, she showed her ass. That's a damn shame. She brought that U.S. entitlement to a foreign country. That's not right. Very true, Original Man. And to their credit, it was a sister that actually exposed this video. She runs a big Facebook group out there in Thailand. I believe it's Black Expats in Thailand or something like that. And she was the first one to expose that. So this is not a normal occurrence. I don't want you to think that this is all these things that we're showing you today are normal, but unfortunately, it does happen. It did happen.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Very unfortunate.
So, oh yeah, there was something she said. I watched the video. You know, there's something she said that really annoyed me that I want to bring up, that it kind of brings up the lack of accountability, y'all. So first of all, like she was saying, like, I watched her video. She's talking about, like, you know, I don't have anything against religion. I think religion is really good. But it's like, she was like, you know what, hoping and praying, let God take care of this. It's like, you know, let God handle this situation. And then she's over here breaking windows and stuff. And it's like, at a certain point, we got to take accountability. I think one issue we have, I see, and I've grew up seeing this in Black America, is like, you know, I'm gonna let God deal with it. You know, I'm gonna like not be accountable for my actions about this. You know, I'm just gonna let some higher power take care of this, when really you have all the power you need to take care of it yourself. You come from arguably the richest, most powerful country in the world, America. So, you know, take some accountability and handle it yourself. Like, don't just sit around expecting for God to take care of it, because God gave you that body and that energy to work. And, you know, I heard Dave Ramsey, you know, Dave Ramsey, he's like a big financial guru. I heard him say something recently about, in the Bible, it's like, if you're having problems, you know, you can solve your problems by going out into the market and trying to sell something. Like, go to the market and that will solve a lot of your problems. So if she's having these problems, she needs to go out to the market and get to work, you know?
I think this new generation, man, their version of selling something is content creation. Like, they actually feel like it is some work and effort that goes about it. Now, I can't take away the fact that she does have some skills as far as production, from what I can tell, being involved in production. Like the video she did, she told the story and everything, and did the B-roll of her walking in slow motion. I'm like, okay, you know, I'm assuming that she edited and put it together. So I guess that's her. That's the new form of working to a certain degree. It's content creation and asking for money in a what we call an entertaining way.
Yeah, I still recommend having a skill, guys. Like, so for example, I make content creation. I make content over here in China, and I also travel around Asia. But I also I have a job. I make money in English teaching, and through YouTube, I promote and sell like my consultations. I educate guys on how they can get into English teaching, and basically I'm selling a service. So like, I don't like the idea of being 100% dependent on YouTube views, because even for big channels near like 100K or something, you know, they might, like, it's like YouTube, the algorithm for YouTube is pretty fair. They don't really care how big your channel is now. It's like, is the video good or not? So you might have a channel that has over like 1 million subscribers, and their views, they only get like maybe 9,000, less than 20,000 views per video these days, because YouTube changed the algorithm. So even though you got all those subscribers or followers, that doesn't mean you're going to get a lot of views and money. So if you're 100% depending on that, I don't recommend that. I think you need to have some other kind of skill that brings in money, or some kind of service that you're selling or product that can help you not be 100% dependent on asking for donations or something, because I don't like that kind of lifestyle of being dependent on donations. I don't like that.
Facts. That's very facts. Shout out to Wasp Freeze with the 5 super chats. Is Pookie and Pookisha traveling with little to no money, just follow a trend. Shout out to my man Wasp Freeze with the 5 super chat. Very true. And I got my man Drew back in the building. Drew always on me, man. Shout out to Drew. He says, BMT, quit trying to save her. I'm not trying to save her, man. I'm just saying there's two sides to every story. And the fact that, content creation, I mean, it does take some work and effort in building content. But Danny is very right. It's difficult to make a lot of money off of YouTube now as a content creator because, like he pointed out before, they changed the algorithm. It's all about with these Facebooks and all these apps, including the Passport Bros app. It's about engaging and how long the audience or the people are on that particular platform. So a lot of people are going towards the shorter content, the shorts and stuff like that. And you're absolutely right. I've actually seen content creators that had, 100,000, 200-some thousand, even million, and their views be like 8,000 views, 3,000 views, 2,000 views, because it's all about the video. YouTube just going to put the best content at the time within the algorithm at a certain time, depending on your location and whatever your interests are. So they constantly trying to, switch it up. So he's absolutely right. You should have a skill, or if not a skill, some type of entrepreneurship business or something, whether you sell goods on Shopify, something, whether you day trading, some type of crypto. You don't want to be always dependent on content creation in general.
Yeah, definitely. Because then you end up like this Johnny Somali guy who's doing crazy stuff for views. And it's like, here's the thing, y'all. Crazy stuff. It's very unfortunate that humans, we like to see, we're not attracted to like intelligent conversation and stuff like that. We want to see some ratchet people fighting. I need to see some booty shaking, some booty clapping.
I blame Jerry Springer.
I mean, he capitalized off it because it's just human nature. Like we want to see some stuff that's like kind of out of the ordinary. So it kind of pushes these people like the guy we just showed who's like in Thailand kicking over stuff. It pushes those types of people to do increasingly crazier and crazier stuff to get views. And that's how, that's just, you're basically a slave to the audience, because you see the audience, they're like writing comments. They say, hey, attack a Thai person, do this stupid thing. And you're basically a slave to these random group of people who you're begging for money and donations for views. So you really don't want to be in that position, guys. YouTube is great for advertising, and it's great to connect. Like BMT and I connected through YouTube and Facebook, and it's really good for connecting people and putting people, educating and stuff. But don't make yourself a slave to the algorithm, because it's not a good life. I don't want to live that kind of life. So English teaching, get on that English teaching, y'all, guys.
Facts. I want to give a shout out again to our man Pharaoh79 with $10 super chat, man. I really appreciate that. He says, cheers, bro. I look forward to seeing you again and having more good times, but I haven't left 2 years strong here in Thailand. About to get married to a beautiful, loyal, and loving young Thai woman. I've been seeing the pictures, man. Shout out to you, man. Congratulations on that.
Yeah, man. Congrats.
Somebody said, BMT, you've been Captain Saber Keisha lately. Hey, all thing I say is two sides to every story, and I felt like the young lady was talented, but you guys are right. Like she messed up. She messed up, man. Unfortunately, she messed up bad. And when you mess up overseas, it's a whole lot harder messing up overseas than it do in the States. It really does.
Yeah, definitely. In terms of like, I got a crazy story. I wasn't gonna talk about it, but like, okay, here's something that happened to me last week. I was out at the nightclub and I was talking to this girl. She's like a Xinjiang girl. And basically I was talking to her. She's with a big group of her friends. and basically one of the guys in the group, he likes her. She doesn't know who he is. Like he's just a guy in the friend group. She doesn't really know him. He's like a friend of a friend, so she doesn't know him. But basically, he got all up in my face and like was kind of getting like aggressive about me talking to her. And like I could have easily kind of whooped that guy's ass if I wanted to, guys. But I didn't do that because I know as soon as I do that, he's gonna be calling the police, like, hey, this foreigner hit me, et cetera, et cetera. So you really got to be careful when you're putting yourself in these kind of situations not to escalate, because the law is not on your side. You know, even in America, I think the law would have been on my side if the guy is escalating in my face and he's kind of won't go away when I say, you know, bye-bye. I try to be nice, like they won't go away. But the law is not on your side in these other countries, so you need to move more carefully and don't try just avoid getting involved in the police. Like try to, like, you know, I never have any problems with the police. I have friends who've been arrested by the police. It doesn't sound like in China, it's definitely not a good experience, like Chinese jail, based off what I heard. So I'm not excited to see that part of China or that part of any country. So just try to avoid doing anything that, you know, could get the police call on you or get you locked up. Like these videos we're showing you now, like kicking stuff or, you know, like breaking stuff. It's just not a good look, and it's unnecessary.
Okay, I'm gonna go back to that story too. Shout out to the original man in the follow super chat. He says Drew wants to exercise that pandering Umar spirit out of you. You're talking about me, bro. All right, shout out to my man, Dre the Kid in the building. What up, Dre the Kid? He says, well, I guess I need to sell feet pics on OnlyFans then. He's talking about his skill in Thailand. I got you. Shout out to my man, Pharaoh 79 once again with the follow super chat, man. I really appreciate that. He says, the addiction to clout needs to be considered a mental health disorder officially. And he's joking, but he makes an actually very good point. You know, anybody can pick up a camera and stream or make content to a certain degree. It's easier to stream than it is to actually edit and make content. And some of these people, you know, like, I think Johnny Somali is actually a little slow. Like, I actually think that he's just one of them dudes that's kind of probably was in special ed. And, you know, he's kind of found his little hustle, and that's what's going on with him. This other guy, I have no idea. I think he's just trying to copycat so he can make some money or something.
Yeah.
But I want to go back to that story, man. So, because I had a similar story in Brazil. So basically, you got into it with a local. The local was being disrespectful to you. You probably could have knocked him out, but you said, hey, you just kind of was the bigger man and stepped away.
Yeah. So like at a certain point, I was trying to like be nice. Like I asked the girl. I asked her like, hey, do you know this guy? She's like, no, I don't know this guy. And like, you know, after she said that, I was like, okay, bye-bye, see you. But he just kept standing there like, hey, bro, like, what are you doing? Like, what's your problem? So I pulled out my camera and I started filming him because, like, I figured it seemed like he was trying to start a fight or something. And I thought that pulling out my camera and recording him would, like, make him go away. But it made him get even, like, crazier and crazier. And I got the video on my phone. I don't think I'm going to release it. I think I'm going to keep it to myself because, like, after a while, the security came over and, like, it was almost a big fight. This guy was really trying to get to me. Like, he was really, like, getting super aggressive. And then I promised the security guard, like, hey, I'll delete the video, et cetera, et cetera. So I'm not going to release the video, even though I got the video and it makes him look like a gigantic a-hole. It will probably get, like, a lot of views on YouTube, but I'm not going to do it. I'm going to keep it to myself. But basically, yeah. And
drop it on the app, bro. Drop it on the app.
Yeah. But what are you gonna say? What's your story?
Oh man. Well, some people might have heard the story. This is a new audience. Most of y'all have not heard the story. But I had a similar situation down in Brazil with two German flight attendants. Now, one would look traditionally German. She was like a white lady, basically, young white lady, and the other one was German, but she was Ethiopian. She actually spoke Portuguese, which is, to me, super brilliant to know 3-4 languages, know German, Portuguese, and English. So we was at like a little cabana on the beach, basically, and they heard me and my friends speaking English. This is in Copacabana. So they said, hey, these guys speak English. Hey, come over. We started talking, not knowing that it was some Brazilian guys already engaging with. We didn't know. These girls educate us to the fact, like I'm finding all this damn near a year later, right? Because my boy at the time didn't even tell me this shit. But some Brazilian guys have already bought them drinks. Now, in our culture, it's normal, right? It's normal for a girl, hey, you want to drink or something, and she go and talk to another guy. We're not going to trip on that. It just kind of goes with the game. You're going to say, damn, I wish I didn't buy her a drink. Not in Brazil. Not in Brazil, okay? And I had no idea that these guys had bought these girls drinks until a year later. I don't know why my friend at the time waited 12 months to tell me this. But anyway, so we all at the table. The Brazilian guys are kind of on here. We over here. They, we're all talking. So 4 guys, 2 girls, 2 very beautiful women, basically. So we all drinking. The Ethiopian girl tells the other girl, she says, look, this is how direct shit be overseas, especially in Brazil. She says, look, we can either get these guys to speak English or we can either get these Brazilian guys. These Brazilian guys got 6-packs. They speak English. Because the German girl didn't know Portuguese. So guess who they chose? They chose the guys they can communicate with. They're more comfortable with the guys. The Brazilian guys can cut up and shit. No doubt about it. So the girls left with us. They're like, hey, let's go out. Let's go out. Let's go hang out. We get up. The Brazilian guys was not having that shit, Danny. They were not having that shit, bro. They followed us. They harassed us. They was on me. And, I turn around. I've been working out a little bit back then. I'm in my late 30s. And I'm like, hey, the girls chose us, bro. The guy takes my hand, moves it, passed me in the chest. He said, hey, man, this is Brazil. And I'm like, oh, shit. He didn't touch me. And my boy grabs me. My boy's like, whoa, bro. You tripping. It's like, hey, man, you can't be doing this. I said, oh, shit, all right. So we start walking. The Brazilian guys start following us. Now, the girls, the fucking German girl, she's all kumbaya. Hey, you guys, we're all just having fun. You can chill. The Ethiopian girl wants the guys to leave too. She's like, yeah, get these guys the fuck up out of here. We told them we don't want them. So we get in they followed us for like a good mile, talking shit. And I'm thinking like, man, I'm gonna turn around and swing. My boy just like, hey, chill, we gonna get a taxi. So we get the taxi. We all get in the taxi. We close the door, right? The Brazilian dude, these black Brazilians, by the way. Well, one black, basically black Brazilians. One black, one light-skinned Brazilian. The Brazilian dudes surround the taxi, basically, hop in the window of the taxi. The taxi driver doesn't drive off. I'm like, drive. But he doesn't understand what I'm telling him. I'm like, go, vamos, let's go. And they all in the taxi, they cussing this shit like, hey. I'm like, damn, bro. So they finally take the hell off. And then, of course, we get the girls. Now, keep in mind, if I had known that them guys had bought them drinks, I would have been like, hey, they bought them drinks. Hey, bro, let them do their thing. I didn't know they had bought them drinks. It wasn't the fact that we took their girls, quote unquote. It was the fact that them guys had bought them girls drinks. And those girls were very beautiful, right? So, yeah, somebody said, bitch, you working out cap. Nah, man, I was that dude back in the day. I'm getting there again, too. But, yeah, that's basically what happened. So, to make a long story short, always avoid confrontations with the locals. To make a long story short.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, actually, one thing I'm thinking about doing is I'm thinking about hiring like a Chinese kind of bodyguard to come with me when I go out to the nightclub. Because, like, the thing is I can hire. Huh?
Is it that serious?
No, it's not that serious. But I was thinking, like, because look, if these kind of situations, when they go ugly, that can cost you literally thousands of dollars and get you kicked out of the country. But I can literally hire like a bodyguard for like probably less than $20 a night to just follow me around. Like, just stay. Like I said, hey, like, you just stay in the background. I'll call on you if I need you. I could probably do that, hire them for less than $20 a day. Just get some kind of big. Cause look, if I go out by myself, I don't go out like with other guys usually. Not anymore. I just go out for myself, take a look around the club, see what's going on, and it's like I'm by myself. If you're by yourself, you're an easy target. If you're with another Chinese guy, if you're with like a local guy, usually in my experience, local guys won't try to mess with you because like they say, oh, he's with a local guy. But if you're just like two foreigners or you're just a foreigner by yourself, they kind of feel like, hey, like, they feel like this is my turf. I can like do what I want to you. But it's just an idea I was toying with. It depends I'm gonna go out again and I'm gonna see how the vibe is. But this doesn't happen often, guys. This kind of thing, it's only happened to me a few times. This is the first time in recent memory where like some Chinese guy, jealous Chinese guy, tried to get into my face and start a fight with me. Like this was kind of like a real kind of outlier event, like not typically normal. But I'm gonna feel the situation. I'm gonna see I'm gonna get some price estimates from some guys and see what's up, and then I'll make my decision.
This is the thing, man. No matter what country you are in the world, if you are with a beautiful, young, woman that they feel attractive, you might get a little static. I don't care if you're in Africa or what, even in America to a certain degree. You walk around with another guy wants, and then you don't look like them either. It was a video that I seen of a black guy and an Asian girl. The Asian girl was beautiful, and it was a guy that made a comment. It was I think it was a Japanese guy that made a comment. He says, "I feel genetically defeated," right? And we might not think that's a big deal, but other Asian guys are looking at that and like, yeah, you know what, man, these big black guys can't be over here messing with our women. Like, what the fuck? Some of them might think that way. So you gotta be careful. That's kind of like, I love Asia, don't get me wrong, but I do like more. So I've never been to North Asia, none of that right there, but I do feel like in South America, in the Caribbean, you can kind of navigate easier with women that kind of more reminiscent of us, right? Dominican women, Latino women, that's more genetically similar, the look. Like nobody, you can go anywhere in damn near Latin America, bro, and pull up with a white Latina, nobody's gonna even bat an eye. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just like, that's where all the Morenos come from. That's how they look at it, But you over there 1,000 miles away, they go, that's really exotic. Black guy, Asian woman, that's super exotic. That's that's as exotic as exotic you can get. So you might get some strife. But I will say that in these Asian countries, it will be moments where being the only black guy is a great experience at the same time, because it's just like you see the heavy choosing more so. Like you have girls walking up to you on the street wanting to hang out with you. So you got that as well.
Yeah. I see a comment from someone here. He's saying like, what did he say? He said something, I'm lying. He said something like they only attack black people, not your. Oh yeah. He said this guy is capping. They only bother black men, not European men in China. That's not true. I have a white American friend. He was at the club with his wife, his Chinese wife, and some guy I think was tried to grope his wife or something, and he like hit the guy. And then the guy called the police, and like he had to pay a lot of money. Like I don't know if it was his wife, but basically he was in a situation before where he got into a fight with a Chinese guy, and he had to pay like, I don't know what the amount, like 50,000 yuan. That's like at least like $5,000 or something to the Chinese guy. Because that's what they make you do. Like after you fight them, the police is gonna make you pay for the guy's hospital bills or pay like whatever kind of crap, like BS medical bills they come up with. So I've had white friends. I have a white friend who they almost attacked him with a Chinese girl. Like they do it to everybody, guys. Like if you're coming over here taking their women and you don't look Asian, you don't look like a local, they're not going to be happy about that. Like some guys. And unfortunately, it seems like in China, there is like a certain percentage of guys, they just don't like seeing foreign men with their women. So, yeah, but it's not just black guys, y'all. Trust me, it's like any guy. I know a couple white guys who gotten attacked by Chinese guys just over some BS. So yeah, it's how it is.
You don't think it hit a little different though when you like a brother though?
I would think that I was hoping. Look, man, I've been lifting weights trying to get bigger. Like I used to do body weight exercise because like I didn't want to be. Because Asian girls don't like it if your muscles are too big. So I did body weight exercises for like 8 years trying to slim down. But now recently I've been hitting weights and I got a lot bigger. But I thought my muscle would like intimidate guys from like messing with me. But apparently my experience last week, the guy, he was decently tall. He's like maybe 5'10" or something. So maybe he felt like he could go head to head with me. But yeah, man, a lot of these guys are just stupid. Like they know they know they're gonna call the police. Like that guy, like, as soon as I pulled out my camera and I started filming him, he threatened like, "Hey, do you want me to call the police? Why are you filming me? Delete the video, bro." Like he's trying to get me to delete the video. Wait, I'll play the audio for you. Let me play the audio for you guys, okay? I'll play the audio.
You know they want the video though, bro.
Man, I don't know if I can show y'all the video. Okay, I'll play. Can you hear it? And this is the part where he's yelling, "What the F is wrong with you?" I'm filming him. So he's yelling, "What the F is wrong with you?" Because first I pulled out my camera and I started filming him. And he's like, "Hey, bro, why you filming me?" And I'm like, "Because you're in my face." And then I kept filming him because he wouldn't go away. And he just started escalating, like, "What the F is wrong with you? What the F is like, what are you doing, bro?" And I'm like, "Oh, watch. I still got more."
Yeah, we can't hear nothing, bro. It just sounds like a bunch of static. Yeah. It's like
okay, well, basically, it's a guy being anyway. These guys are stupid. Like some of these guys are stupid and they want to bait you into fighting them. So anyway, but yeah, I can't share the video, y'all. I can't do it.
All right, I got my question by is Dre King says, does he speak Mandarin? If so, did he study there or outside the country? I've been struggling 2 years studying characters and tones, much more difficult than Spanish.
Yeah, I speak fluently Chinese. I studied for like over 6 years. Basically, there's this website I learned called Domino Chinese. And yeah, I suggest learning that because it teaches you like a domino. It stacks up the dominoes piece by piece, and it helps you learn it helps you learn everything so you can actually understand the characters, etc. I got a video that I'm going to put out this weekend. I was out, like some Chinese girls approached me and I was speaking Chinese to them so you guys can hear like what my Chinese sounds like. I don't usually speak Chinese too much on camera because my audience is like American men or Western men. So yeah. Yeah, I see someone in the chat group saying 5'10" is short. 5'10" isn't that short. Like I'm slightly over 6 feet tall. So the difference between 6 feet and 5'10", they might not know the difference really. And he clearly felt comfortable trying to start a fight with me. So yeah, he didn't, if they're tall enough, they feel like, especially if they got a crew with them, like he would not do that if he was by himself. It's always like they always are in a group. Like Chinese guys who are by themselves, they don't start fights. It's guys who are like, he has at least one friend with him and he feels tough and he like, hey, let me push this foreigner around. I bet he won't do anything about it. And yeah, man. Yeah. Anyway.
I want to get the Real CP Show. Shout out to my man, the Real CP Show. Says BMT in flight. Do you think it's what's that, hypocritical that black men overall would not even blink when foreign guys talk with sisters and other women? We don't even care if they do. Damn, CP, real. You hit us with one of them questions that could be a whole entire show. I think America in general, damn, especially black men, we probably the most non-caring group out of anybody. When you think about it, when we see our women with, or you want to say our women, or women, black women with other cultures of people. What you think about it? That's a good question, man, because we don't really generally, we might say something, but we really, like, when we see a sister with a Chinese dude or an Asian dude, we really don't be saying shit. We just kind of look like, we're probably the only group of men on the planet that do that, when you think about it.
Yeah, I don't have any issue. Like, I really don't have any issue. Like, here's the thing, y'all. I hate to say this, but like statistics kind of, if you look at the dating apps, y'all, I really don't want to point this out, but if we're talking about like black women, right? It's like on dating apps, like, black women are kind of near the bottom, like black women and kind of Asian men are at the bottom, right? So it's like, I don't think Asian women get upset when they see like Asian guys dating foreign women. And maybe that's also why like black men don't get too upset when we see black women dating outside the race, because you know maybe we feel like there are other options that are just as good. So yeah, maybe
I
that's
don't
why.
know, man. Hold on, I want to ask the chat. This is after appreciate that the CP show. That's a good question. Let me ask the chat. Press 1 if you have an issue personally with seeing black women dating other races of men. Press 2 if you don't care. Yeah. 1 if you care. 2 if you don't care. I want to see what the chat says about this. This is a very interesting, because we come from a pretty liberal group of men, basically. But we got a bunch of 1s and 2s. Okay, a lot of 2s. I don't know what 3 is. The 3 said, I guess I can take it or leave it. Somebody said 6, 7, 2. We getting a lot of 2s. Okay, so it's a mix. It's a mix. Some brothers do care about it. Daryl, you putting 4, 5? I don't know what the.
I see Daryl putting all kind of numbers.
Okay, hold on. Shah Khan says something. Says, I have an issue when I see a beautiful black chick with a basic brag. Okay. You know what? Let's keep it real. Let's keep it a buck, Danny. Fuck it, let's keep it a buck, bro. You know, I think it's totally natural for any culture of man, right? If he sees his woman or woman that looks like him from his culture, right? That's with a foreigner or an other, to maybe think it, just to maybe kind of look at it and internalize it the way they're going to internalize it. But in general, they might feel like, okay, that's a woman from my culture. She's beautiful. What she's doing with him. It might not, I don't know if that's a racial thing or what, bro. It's more of a entitlement, right? More than racist. Is it entitlement? Because I'm not gonna lie, I'm the most unracist, unbiased, unprejudiced person you ever meet in your life. But it has been times where I be in the gym and I see a black woman and she bad, and I see the white guy she with, and I just be like really? You know what I'm saying? Like, now if I see, okay, she bad, he got bread, or he's in shape too, and I say, okay, well, whatever. But sometimes I be thinking that in some cases, and this applies to black men as well, I think that some people just want to date different races so they can have exotic babies, mixed babies. That's what I be thinking in my head. I'm like, oh, she just want mixed babies, or he just want mixed babies. Because real talk, let's keep it real. I mean, y'all be getting mad at me for being fair, but I've seen a lot of bros with girls that I wouldn't date or have children with. I be seeing a lot of. In my head, I'd be like, oh, they just want mixed kids. That's why they're dealing with it.
Yeah, I mean, so like I was at the club a couple weeks ago and I saw actually a few like African women, like thick African women. I think like you guys would really be into that. Like they were looking pretty good. And then with these
you guys like not me, you guys.
I mean, when I say look, I mean for me, they were a little bit maybe too much meat, a little bit too much meat, but they were okay. Like they were like, yeah, I can't think of a situation where I would hook up with them, but it's like, it's a possibility maybe. But basically, they were okay. Like they're good, but there was some like tall. There was some. I saw one like tall, with a good-looking white guy, another with a decent-looking white guy. So when I see stuff like that, I kind of have the perception that it's easier for white guys. Like okay, Robin Thicke and like Justin Timberlake, right? Like those kind of white guys who they kind of have like a little bit of black guy swag to them, right? Like they could like, they're kind of cool white guys. They're down, that kind of Robin Thicke, Justin Timberlake guys. I feel like those kind of guys can do really well with black women. I feel like, maybe she feels like she's dating up, right? Like if she gets a white guy, she's dating up. She like increased her status. So when I saw those African women with those white guys, that's kind of what popped into my mind. It's like, and those white guys, they, like compared to like the African women that I see around China, like those African women, they were in the top 10% of what I usually see. Cause they were pretty good. Like, they were thick, super thick, crazy thick.
You know what's funny, man? This is a conversation I think, especially with passport bros, because passport bros are all ethnicities, that it should be a good topic of conversation for a whole nother video, I think, bro. Because, as dating has gotten more global, you're going to see more of this. Like the interracial thing, I mean, you got Indian women professing they love for black men now. You got black women, whether we like to admit to it or not, they got a whole divestor group movements, wanting to date white guys and everything. The crazy part is all men almost want the same thing in general. Not all, but for the majority of men want the same thing. I think women, they have a concept of what they want to a certain degree. They want guys with money that in shape and all that, or status that, so it's like it's this new global change that's happening right now that is something that we have to acknowledge as men, what ethnicity that we are, that it's going to happen. It's just going to happen. You're going to see more and more interracial couples. Like we're not the men of the 1900s, like the guys, the baby boomers that there was no interracial dating. These young kids, this TikTok generation, they looking at girls, Asian, Black, Latina, they looking at them all. You feel me? They're looking at them all right now. And the girls, vice versa. So this new generation, it's going to be hella interracial couples coming out now. And everybody, I don't give a fuck. They want to see how these kids turn out looking for the most part. We all know Blazers look great. It's just a whole mix-up in the bag going on. But this is a conversation I would love for Passport Bros to have, because I'll be wondering when I see a brother with a European girl in the group, I'll be wondering when some of the white guys going to hate. But you know what I see in the group a lot? I see when a white guy posts a Kenyan woman or something, that some of the brothers be in that kind of like throwing shade, like, oh, boy. So we gotta acknowledge this type of shit. It's just like, look, bro, I think it's natural for any guy. The first thing that goes in, you can't help with your first instinct. Your first instinct is when you see a beautiful black woman that's young, like she's ready to have 4 or 5 kids, she's beautiful, and you see her with another race, it's natural for you to be like, fuck. You know what I'm saying? And so we got to accept the same thing from those men. We got to acknowledge that. Like when you walk in there, I remember when I was in Colombia, bro, and I was casually dating this Venezuelan woman, and very beautiful girl. And I noticed that the taxi drivers would always whenever I was with her, I would recognize either taxi drivers get lost, or some of the vendors would be, waiters or something, male waiters, or be a little bit kind of like extra, not rude, but kind of like coldish. You can feel it, right? Because I'm with this beautiful mestizo looking or white looking Venezuelan woman. So it's not open. They're not going to say, hey, you dumb nigger, what you doing? It's not like that, like it was in America with white women, but it's still there to a certain degree. I think it's natural, bro. I think it's natural.
Yeah.
Somebody said Dr. Umar, oh man, fuck Dr. Umar, man. I gave him money too. True Dr. Umar.
Yeah, I see someone. Hey, y'all, I love thick Asian women, y'all. That's my type, y'all. We got lots of thick Asians over here. Trust me, y'all. Like, I'm not into the skinny girls. Like, I love a thick Asian girl, man. Like, we got thick Asian girls, y'all. Like, and y'all don't want to come over here to China, so it's all for me. So don't worry about it.
MF Doom says, stop the cap. They hate on black men with more of a racial aspect to it. What do you think about that?
I don't know, y'all.
I'm gonna say this. It depends on where you at. It honestly depends on where you at. I think if you in somewhere in Asia, North Asia, I must just say, do they say North Asia? Is that a term? I don't know if they say North Asia. But when I mean white Asians or white looking Asians. That's what I mean by that. Is that term or?
I don't hear that term too often. Like to this guy's point, like honestly, maybe because like I feel like like we talked about earlier how like maybe some Asians they see white people as superior. So like maybe if they see a white woman, I know they see like an Asian woman with a white guy, they can accept it. But maybe if they see like an Asian woman with a guy who like they might feel is less superior or inferior, that might cause a bigger reaction. So if you see like a beautiful like Asian woman, like if a Chinese guy sees like a beautiful Chinese girl with like an Indian guy, China and India, they got beef. So like, that might get more negative reactions. But if it's like if she's with like a really good looking white guy, then they might say, "Oh, of course she's gonna date him." So it wouldn't surprise me if some people think like that. It's unfortunate some people think that way. Like they think like, okay, oh, he's white, so he's higher status, so yeah, he can. Yeah, I guess it's natural. But if they see someone else of a different race, it might cause more negative reactions. But yeah, basically.
I think
Yeah,
I think MF Doom is basically saying that it hits harder when they date black men. That's what I think he's trying to say.
I guess because like maybe people associate us with sex, so it's like if they see like a girl dating a black guy, I think they automatically think about like the huge cock thing and like, oh, like she's probably getting that huge black dangling, and that's probably like that hits their insecurities maybe on a deep level.
Very true. I got shot with man traveling with author EJ Wade said Dr. Umar punching the air. Man, Dr. Umar is a clown, man. Shout out to the Real CP Show. He said, send a cash out, man. I really appreciate my man, the Real CP Show. Shout out to you and appreciate that question too. We're gonna make that we might need to make that into a whole show, man. Because I've been wanting to address, it's not really an issue, but I've been wanting to address that lately, man. Because like I say, passport bros are all ethnicities. And when a white guy posts a little Kenyan chick or African chick, some guys might say some bullshit, or vice versa. When a guy's in Eastern Europe, he posts a snow bunny or something, some of the white guys might feel, they're not gonna say nothing, but they might feel a certain way too. So this is one of the things where globalization is happening, and what my thoughts are is the TikTok generation that's coming in, the early 20s that's coming in, they all about it. Even the women, like before. The reason why women are racially loyal, besides the fact that, or let's just say culturally loyal for the most part, not racially, let's just say culturally loyal. Number one is probably going to be communications. And number two is going to be family, right? They don't want to have to go through bringing a black guy home, or an Asian dude don't want to have to go through bringing a black woman home. Well, the reason why a lot of women were loyal to the fact was because of resources. They get their resources from the men. Right now that women are working more, and you see this in the Indian community more than anything. Now they got their own jobs. They have access to our media, and they speak fluent English. And they're second generational. They like, we want the popular guy. We want the black guys now. You seeing that? You seeing Indian women professing their love for black guys, and you seeing black women profess their love for white men. I'm telling you guys, this is what's just going to happen. This is what's going to happen in the near future, and even if we don't like it, because we're old. Well, I'm an older generation. It's going to happen, bro. It is what it is. The internet resources, it's all brought this into a big cluster of one government, not one government, but one governance. Dating apps. 10 years ago, I couldn't go to a country and simply go on Tinder and talk to 3,000 Asian women. You see what I'm saying? Now you got kids growing up in the generation that they can just literally, even before they get to Thailand or when they get to Thailand, have immediate access to all the single women in Thailand.
Yeah.
And then like these women, these girls, even if their parents say, "Oh, you stick with your culture," they're like, "Okay, yeah, mom, dad." They go out and work at 9 to 5. They got their own money. They're gonna do what they do. But Daddy is right. Danny is definitely right. You said a good point. Black men are the most fetishized group of men on the planet, hands down. I think when women see other races like white guys, they see financials. They see finance. They see being taken care of. That's the main thing. When they see us, it's just like I wonder. Let's just put it that way. I wonder.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Shout out to my man Shaka with $10. I think that's the Canadian $10 super chat. Appreciate that. I am angry when I see a beautiful black girl. Oh, he going in. I am angry when I see a beautiful black girl with an Indian because he is just having fun with her. But when she comes around black men, she wants marriage.
That's very specific. Like, what did Indian person do to Shao Kahn? What's the story behind that?
I don't know, but I'm gonna be honest with you. Even in Latin America, that happens, right? I've been noticing because I got a lot of, I grew up with Latin dudes, you know what I'm saying? And I noticed that they're kind of like play the black girls to a certain degree, even have babies with the black girls and shit. Like I say, a lot of people, we want exotic babies, but their wife would look like them. Like they're gonna bring home a woman that looks like them, white Latino, if you want to call it, but they'll play around with the Afro Latinos and shit like that. Where do you think all these Moreno people? Where do you think all these mixed Latinos come from, bro? Most of it is the white Latino man and a black Latino woman. And in some cases, you'll have of course, I've seen that all the time too. You got the black Afro Latino men and the whiter complected Latinos too. But for the most part, most Morenos are coming from split families. You know what I'm saying? Where the Latino guy have 3-4 kids by the Afro chick, but he'll be married to a white Latina. That's like an unhidden secret in Latin America that I've noticed since I've been here for so long. Shout out to my man. Shout out to my man Vincent Dickey in the building, because I don't like to even see them. I don't like to even see them even kiss a sister. I told you we hit a nerve, Danny. We hit a nerve today, man. Shout out to my man Vincent Dickey. What up, man? DJ Tricky Dickey in the building. He's also a member, bro. I've been walking with him for the last 20-something years, man.
I'm surprised y'all are so invested in the black women, because like it seems like, I'm one of the moderators for the Passport Bros group, and like, I don't allow the posts. Like there's always someone trying to post some video like talking trash about black women. So I don't approve those posts. I'm surprised to see so many guys in our group who are like protective of black women and who are like y'all.
I'm telling you, man, it's a form of entitlement. I think it's natural. I think it's totally natural. And in my opinion, I don't even believe it's racist or prejudice. I want to say not racist. That's more of a system. I don't think it's prejudice for a guy to see a woman from his culture, his ethnicity, to feel a certain way about that. I don't think that makes them prejudiced. I think it's a natural thing, in my opinion. I don't get mad. Now, when you act on it, that's what makes it prejudice, and that's what makes it a possibility to be racist. When you actually act on it, like what happened with you in China, and what's happened to many black guys. When you walking around with a white girl or a snow bunny, and some white guys push up on you. Daryl says it will happen, but not as soon as you think. Most of the world still not as open as the U.S. or Western Europe. This is true. Shout out my man Shah Khan with another $10. I really appreciate that. Women are not racially loyal. Remember, we had a show about that. There's a book about this. If a white man and black man have the same job, everything is the same, she is going to choose the white man. In some cases. All right. Shout out my man Matt. Agree with you, BMT.
I'm for the racially loyal thing, it kind of gets messy when we're talking about white guys, because like I feel like a lot of women, they've been socially conditioned through like the media and like movies and everything to just see like dating a white guy is like a level up. So I don't know like if we can like just judge based off seeing women date white guys as like women aren't racially loyal or something. Because generally, okay, like in China, for example, if we're talking about like the most beautiful Chinese women, like what you might consider like the 8s, 9s, and 10s, you're probably never gonna see a foreigner with a Chinese 9. I've been here 10 years. I don't think I've ever seen it. Generally, they stick to their own because those women don't have a reason to date outside of their race, because they literally have access to millionaires and billionaires. Like ever since they were like 16, they probably had marriage offers every week from random guys. So they typically stick to their own, because dating outside your race, unless the girl speaks English or she speaks your language, dating outside her race is more of a hassle. And unless she is really dissatisfied with the local guys, if she's like a 9 or something, especially in a place like China, where if you're a 9 in China, like a Chinese 9, you literally have access to an unlimited amount of money. Like Chinese guys will literally give you an infinite amount of money for being so beautiful. It's like you don't have to work. You can sleep in all day. You only go out at night. Guys are bringing you food. Guys are saying like, hey, you want to come drive around in my Lamborghini? That's what the life of a Chinese 9 is like. So she doesn't have as much motivation to date a foreigner unless she like really dislikes her own culture or something like that. So yeah, that's my perspective on it as it relates to Chinese women. But the situation can be different in other countries where like there's not as many super rich men who are like just throwing money at beautiful women like in China.
Yeah, that's very true. That's very true. Very true. We've been rocking for a good minute, man. Hold on, let me get the super chat. Original man asked $2 super chat says, "Do the leftover women 30 and up date out?"
Oh, yeah,
Of course they do, bro. Of course they do. Of course they do.
Definitely. Yeah, man. I know lots of young guys smashing down like these Chinese cougars and like MILFs. Like I know lots of guys who are like they're dating like rich Chinese women who like pay for all their stuff, like buy them clothes and like if you're into that kind of thing, y'all. For me, I'm not into women over the age of 30. Like for me, I typically stick with women who are under the age of 26. So like for me, like 18 to 26, that's my range. But I know some guys, a lot of guys like those kind of, I mean, really like if that's your type, y'all, like China's probably the place for you because like there's a lot of those types of women and they spending money on guys, they taking guys on trips. I have one friend from Libya. He had a woman like take him out on vacation, paying for everything. It's like, you know, if you like that kind of sugar mama treatment, you know, I think China is probably the place for you.
Yeah, man, there's nothing wrong with that. And I want to give a shout out to the Real CP Show. He says the ingrained problem is there are numbers of us that cannot see. Sisters doing no wrong, and they laugh overall at us, not knowing that game. Ones that know the game, I have done. Ones that don't know the games, I have done shows on this. All right, shout out to my man, the Real CP Show. Appreciate that. Appreciate that $2 super chat. All right, man. Well, guys, you got my man in addition. You want to talk about your English courses?
Oh yeah,
not courses,
but
your services.
Oh yeah, like are you able to like pin the link? Is that like a thing we can do now? I just like send it to you in the private chat. But basically, yeah, y'all. So like a lot of guys have been reaching out to me. I've been living overseas for about 10 years now. I've been making my life just through English teaching. I do YouTube because I'm like, you know, it's something good to do. It's like a side business, but my main income is from English teaching. And basically, English teaching is like an easy job that gives you good money, flexibility. You have like a lot of choices of where you want to go. You have countries where you don't even need any like qualifications. You can get a job just based off being American. And yeah, in the past few months, I reached the point where I make the majority of my money online teaching. So before I used to have to go to a classroom and teach, and that's good money. Don't get me wrong, that's good money. I'm going to wake up tomorrow and I got an afternoon class where I'm going to make some money teaching in a classroom. But I also have the morning is my online classes. So I currently make more money online teaching than I do in person. So I can just sit at my computer and from basically anywhere in the world, I can teach English and make money. And I make enough money to where I can easily live in most major cities. And that's a good position to be in, I think. So for you guys who are interested in English teaching, go to flightmadness.com /English teaching, and you can download the Quick Start English Teaching Guide. It's a free guide I made, and it'll help you get started with English teaching and teach you it'll give you an overview of my lifestyle. Because my lifestyle, I really like it. And apparently a lot of other guys, they want the lifestyle too. So download that Quick Start Guide. And if you have any questions, just reach out to me. Just email Danny@flightmadness.com. And yeah, we can get you overseas making money so that you're not begging. You're not, you don't have to, you can pay your rent and you don't have to do crazy stuff to get people to pay you money. Like, hey, take these donations. Like, you don't have to depend on people's donations to live overseas, guys. You can actually have a skill that pays money. It's been paying me good money for 10 years and it gets better and better every year. So yeah.
Excellent, man. But once again, classic show, bro. I appreciate you coming on.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me.
All right. Peace. All right, guys. Another excellent classic show. I think overall, as Black Americans, we have a pretty good reputation in Thailand for the most part. But unfortunately, no matter what, you come from a group of people, it's going to always be some people that don't display the best of us. They're just going to be some individual. We call it Pookieism. You're going to get some Pookieism out there. So, guys, let me know what you think about the video. Hit the like button. Make sure to share this video. We are out. Peace.
Introducing Passport Bros, your ultimate travel companion. Download the app for free and embark on a journey where your adventures not only become unforgettable memories, but also opportunities to earn. With Passport Bros, your travel content is more than just photos and videos. It's your ticket to a fully monetizable network of like-minded adventurers. Imagine making money from your travel stories. Post videos, share your experiences, and let the world be a part of your journey. But that's not all. Connect with travelers from around the globe, join co-ed groups, and make lasting friendships, perhaps even with foreign women who share your passion for exploration. And here's the best part. Store your earnings securely in your Passport Bros wallet. No hassle, no worries. Just seamless transactions wherever your travels take you. Looking for the best local experiences? Passport Bros has got you covered. Get personalized recommendations for tour guides, rentals, and the hottest clubs in town. Did we mention the app is absolutely free to download? That's right. Your passport to a world of adventure is just a click away. And here's the cherry on top. With Passport Bros, you can make money while exploring new places. Turn your passion for travel into a source of income, right from your mobile device. So, what are you waiting for? Download Passport Bros now, share your journey, connect with fellow explorers, and let the adventure begin.
Download now on the App Store and Google Play.